Good morning. So these are the cards that I just pulled. I want to see if you guys like this method better of not seeing the cards being pulled. I don't know, to speed up the time. It's up to you and your preferences. I'll go back to my original method of, pulling cards on camera if you prefer. So we have the Death card. We also have the Six of Cups, the Strength card, and the Seven of Swords. I think you're really tired of people playing with your heart, kind of taking your heart and running with it, right? We also have the Seven of Cups on the bottom of the deck here, and we also have my cat as well. So what this is giving me in the top row is you are putting an end to complicated ways of dating, complicated ways of relationships, let's say, and finding your childhood again within relationships. And what does this mean? Finding the innocence, finding the easy answer to people when you are confused with who is good for you, who is not, and you're going back and forth over and over again. Is this person good for me? Are they playing with my head? Is this a good match for me? Are they a good friend? And you can't decide, right? I have my birds here too, if you might hear them in the background. They're waiting to be fed outside. Things should be pretty simple, when it comes to knowing whether or not someone is for you or not. I generally do a yes or no question. It's pretty simple. Is this person a yes or are they a no? And if you can't decide, it's most likely a no at this time. They can change. Maybe people do change. You got to give people the benefit of the doubt with being able to change, but most people will not choose to change, 222 on the clock. When it comes to love, especially if you're in a relationship or you're looking to be in a relationship with someone, but there's something not right about it, as much as you try to explain, compare, show by example, you're not going to be able to change somebody else's point of view on how they view relationships, on how they view you. So if you're confused at this time, I'd say go back to your roots, go back to your heart, go back to your childlike energy, and just say, is this person a yes or a no? Plain and simple. If they're a yes, it'll be a quick yes. Yes, they're good for me. Yes, I know they have my back. Yes, I could trust them. Yes, they're kind, and I know it. Yes, they don't have ulterior motives. Yes, they're not sleeping with other people behind your back. Yes, they're a good friend. They stick up for you behind your back, right? And if you can't answer that quickly, there's something going on where you're deliberating in your mind. So I suggest what these cards are saying. It's about strength and balance. 333 on the clock now, and it's about putting an end to old ways of doing things, putting an end to old relationship habits. Now, relationship habits can be platonic. Maybe you constantly find the same kind of frenemy, right? It doesn't have to be romantic all the time. It could just be, well, every time I make a new friend, this friend turns out to be the same way, right? And I'm tired of it, right? It's all an illusion. I think you're putting an end to being tricked, deceived, lied to, and you're taking back your heart and your power with the Strength card, being able to walk away with dignity and kindness. You don't have to break up with a friend or a lover in a very dramatic way. It could just be very concise and sweet, you don't even have to say anything to certain people. Certain people, it's probably better not to say anything to. If you're dealing with narcissistic people, you do not want to call them out. You do not want to call them out. Now you can, if you're a warrior like me, if you are ready for a battle, right? just expect a battle, right? Now, when you do so, though, you're not going to guarantee a success in whatever you're trying to achieve. It's just a way to offload some steam, maybe. But just be careful who you pinpoint, who you pick out, who you point fingers at. Even if they're 1,000% to blame, arguing with a narcissistic personality disorder type, they will come back at you. They love to fight. They want your attention in any way that you will give it to them. Whether it's you being sweet, whether it's you taking care of them, whether it's you fighting with them, they will provoke you in any sort of way just to get your attention. Now, they win when they get your attention. So if they get you angry, they got your attention and they win. If you play into their little sob story, sometimes they become a victim. Oh, I'm so hurt. I'm such a victim. Oh, my feelings are hurt, even though they're a monster, right? Or they could play sick. Oh, my stomach is killing me. Oh, and you know it's not really true. They just kind of play into this acting role to see where your soft spots are. Unfortunately, these types of people are very antagonistic. So, they will use your kindness against you and then, deplete you of it. And then when you come across someone that actually deserves your kindness, you're exhausted. You're also suspicious now, right? Because now you think everyone's playing games. So just be wary who you're playing games with. Be wary who you're fighting. And if you're breaking up with someone, whether it's friend or foe or lover, just be careful what you say and how you do it. Because sometimes, depending on the situation, depending on the severity of the person, and how aggressive they can become, sometimes the best thing to do is not say anything. Because arguing with someone that is fixed, that is never going to apologize to you, that is never going to go out of their way to learn something new and admit fault of their own doing, those types of people will always make excuses, and you'll just be digging yourself your own hole, right, to lie in. But in this top row, you're putting an end to this. You're tired of being tricked. You're tired of being around deceitful people, right? You're tired of being confused. Being confused means no. Even if you want it to say yes, even if you want in the future to say yes, right now, if you can't say with 100% certainty that this person is a yes, it's a no. And it doesn't mean that you have to think that everyone that is a no is a bad person. It just means, no, it's not right for me. No, this rubs me the wrong way. No, this triggers me. No, I don't trust them, whatever it is. So now you get to the second row, and you're doing a lot of internal work on this, which is hard to do. It's a lonely flight up the mountain sometimes when you have to let go of people from your past. Maybe you've surrounded yourself with people that have not been good for you, and now you're releasing them back into the wild. You're going back to your roots on what makes me happy, like what makes me feel childlike and innocent and safe. We have the Two of Cups here, the Ten of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Page of Swords. Once you give yourself room to grow and room to have new people come into your circle, you will be feeling exhausted, and you will be feeling like you're doing everything alone, because you are. If you don't have anyone to rely on at this time, this is part of the process. It's going to be a little bit more difficult when you realize that you're holding the weight of the world, on your shoulders by yourself. But if you want to change, right, and you want things to get better for yourself, and you want to get rid of these people, why keep bad company around you? You can give people chances to change, but it's not going to change on your clock, okay? It's not going to change on your clock. So I think that there is some sort of match here coming up in the future when you give yourself the time to heal, space away from people that are not good for you, especially the trickery and the lies and all this gossip. Maybe there's just people lying around you and just doing negative things. When you give yourself the space, then all of a sudden you bring in new energy for a new idea, a new point of view, maybe a new love. And with the Hierophant here, there's some sort of, kind of official announcement about this new connection that's going to come in. And it might feel overwhelming because it's brand new to you and you haven't been used to dealing with actual love. The Two of Cups, the true love card here, right? Meeting the match that you've been looking for. When you go through all this work, it's not for the faint-hearted, but it's worth it. And if you want this new sort of opportunity to meet real people, to meet the people that are going to be good for you, to meet your real match, you have to step away from these people that are wasting your time, taking up space and your attention away from finding someone new.